Honestly, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish we had brighter light, and brighter conditions. We were outdoors in one of my favorite places, my happy places. But I've got something here that I really want to share with you, and I just couldn't sit on it until tomorrow. Actually, I have some notes already prepared for some future videos for YouTube, some future videos for school. But this one really, really hits home, especially after a couple of videos that I've seen today. So the title for this one's probably going to be something along the lines of I nearly doubled my YouTube income. I nearly doubled my YouTube revenue in 48 hours, in just 2 days. And this is on the main channel. This is on the main channel. As you see here, I'm showing you the numbers. Friday, May 30, $138.63. I might have actually made a video about that the other day. Or maybe it's 72 hours. Either way, nearly doubled my income. And then 170, 60, 203, 64, 274, 57. And that's for Monday. I would say when it updates tomorrow, Tuesday will probably be a little bit lower. But in theory, if I can keep this up Wednesday and beyond, I'm going to keep trying to push the trend higher and higher and higher. And so the reason why I'm even sharing this and bringing this up is number one, how you phrase these types of things, or how I phrase them, or how anybody phrases them, and how it impacts others as far as maybe considerations or comparisons for their own channels, or even considering starting doing YouTube. And number two is, well, there's actually a way to do it if you want to produce the revenue from ad revenue. And it's not very hard to do, but a lot of people aren't necessarily aware. And if they are aware, then they don't necessarily know the little secrets, the little tweaks, the little tricks to make it happen. Today, I kind of came to I don't even know how to describe it. I just came to grips maybe with the fact that this is it. Hear me out. I got multiple channels. If you've been watching, you know. If you're new here, I've got 4 channels that I technically upload videos to. And the main channel is usually the channel that I'm speaking about when I'm talking about it. And the main channel is a job. Main channel is a workhorse. Main channel has the most subscribers. Main channel makes the most money, or at least has the potential to. I just don't like it. I just don't enjoy it. It's work. And we're going to talk more about that later. It's going to be a long video, so brace yourself. Not this one, but when we talk about it, as far as being a creative, doing what you love, making videos based on your passion, and or making money. Usually they don't go hand in hand, and if you want to make enough money for it to replace your full-time job, then you might want to listen to that one. Only speaking from experience here. And that's one of the key things is I want you to see the numbers. These are my numbers. These are not impressive numbers. These numbers are shit, if you ask me. But this time next week, these numbers will be higher. This time next week, these numbers might be hitting $500 a day, and we'll just keep going up from there. Sadly, this is what must be done. And my numbers, to me, in my opinion, are not impressive at, $274.57, which I know some people will say, Kevin, I make pennies a day. I make dollars a day in ad revenue. And if that is the case, I'm not going to say I feel sorry for, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say, if you want to make more, then there's easy ways to make more money through AdSense. It is literally a game. It is literally a computer program. It is literally being shown to you every day in your face by somebody else's video that you're thinking, man, they got a lot of views. They're just literally showing you how to do it. If you come across, I told you guys this before, if you come across one of those videos of somebody saying, copy me, copy me, copy me, and they're literally showing you everything, you can believe them. It's true. It really is. Get used to doing things you may not necessarily like doing. Get used to using ChatGPT. to write everything up. Get used to mimicking other people's thumbnails. Get used to it. It's probably not why you started. It's probably not what your passion is. It's probably not what you enjoy. But if you want to make money, then that's one way to do it. But here's what really kind of got me going on this topic. And it was the fact that I think that some people are being misled. They're being manipulated. This is a form of clickbait, maybe. And I don't think it's helpful from the perspective of people, creators, potential YouTubers, influencers, whatever you want to call it, looking for answers and solutions, perhaps from other people, smaller channels, people that look like them or remind them of them, or they resonate with, saying things like, I replaced my income. I replaced my full-time job income in 6 months with YouTube. I paid off my mortgage in 5 years with YouTube. Okay, hear me out. I doubled my YouTube revenue and I doubled my YouTube AdSense monetization, YouTube partner program, YPP. I doubled my money. I doubled it. I don't know if I can say that. YouTube gets kind of weird sometimes. These are the charts. This is my income. And I can say I doubled it, nearly doubled it. 138 to 274 is not double. It's close. Splitting hairs here, right? But if I say that and you jump in this video and I never show you the numbers, you may be extremely inclined to pay me to tell you what it was and how I did it, which honestly, guys, I don't care. I'll show you. I want you guys to see this. I want it to be as transparent as possible, but I want you guys to understand the games that are being played by others by using certain keywords that make you think large numbers like full annual income or mortgage, when in actuality, your income, your annual income was less than $30,000 a year. I mean, to be able to make 30 grand in 6 months on YouTube really isn't that hard. Really. It really isn't. I'll give you a caveat. Granted, you say, well, Kevin, this channel doesn't make any money. I know, but it's not hard to do. Okay. The second one being, well, you paid off your mortgage. Well, most people, when they think mortgage, are thinking multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars, perhaps maybe even millions. But when your mortgage is like 200 grand, I mean, it's like, we're talking about 40 grand a year. Like these numbers, like if I tell you I doubled, I 2x or whatever multiple I provide, it makes it feel bigger than it really is. Yeah, that's what she said. But without the actual numbers, without the actual proof, they're just kind of blowing smoke up your ass for the sole purpose of them appealing and appearing to be some sort of guru that you should hire or buy their course or some other reason you should give them money. And or the algorithm pushes it, they get more views and they make more money. So there's that. I have no agenda here, folks. I literally am using this channel as an outlet to keep my sanity, as I use the main channel to make my money that I've already said I don't like, I don't enjoy. I just don't, but it literally is easy. It's simple. The reason why the numbers are low when they are low is because I am so over it. But then I look at it and say, well, it's being handed to you. You might as well take it. And so let's see here. I was going to save this. I was going to save this for the big video, but I'll give you guys a little teaser now. And I'll pull this up. Obviously, you guys won't be able to see this because it's personal information, but I want you guys to see the numbers. And of course, you know, the other thing is you could say, well, Kevin, you know, you could edit this. You could doctor this up. You're right. I could. Anybody could. They really could. But the school has been lowered to $5. And I offered a 7-day free trial. Like, you can come over there if you want, just kind of hang out. Like, you know, we're going to shoot the shit. You got questions. I don't mind. Here's the thing. I enjoy this. I really do. I don't mind talking about YouTube, especially with folks who are serious about YouTube. But I've also come to the realization that I don't want to teach YouTube. I don't want to do that. And so it's really just a chill spot to hang out and, get to know me, us get to know each other, shoot the shit, help each other out. It is what it is. But I have no reason to edit this. I have no reason to doctor this up. I have no reason to Photoshop this, even though I know it could be. All right. But either way, I don't want to just hit you with, a cheesy clickbait one liner, to hook you, and you watch the entire video and you're like, well, how much did you make? How much was your income? How much was your mortgage? How much was double? How much was just regular? Well, I've already showed you that. And I don't think those numbers are impressive. I think those numbers are shit. However, the numbers that I'm going to show you here, besides some of these that you've already seen, or some of these are from sponsors and things like that, I'm going to narrow this down to Google AdSense, and we can go back. It's over a year, and just show you the numbers collectively of the channels all in the AdSense that end up coming through on a monthly basis. And you can see the fluctuations. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, the fluctuations come from a mental exhaustion of not necessarily doing what you love, but doing what works. And then we make a bunch of money and we're kind of over it. And then we chill. And then we're like, all right, let's go back to work. So 28,000, I'm just going to round the numbers, 28,000, 22,000, 13,000, 10, 9,500, 8,700, 14,000, 30,000, 65,000, 44,000, 71,000, 74,500, 55,000, 40,000, 41,000, 33,000, 30,000. And that's just Google AdSense coming through. That's it. These are real numbers. These are real numbers. And like I said, it's not hard. This channel is not monetized. This channel makes no money except for the one member who signed up for school today on a test. So Rich Artsy, appreciate that. Look forward to getting to know you better. But besides that, this channel makes no money. My car channel is still being pushed through for monetization. It makes no money. And even when it does get approved or get the AdSense figured out and get approved, I'm not going to be making that channel a job that I will eventually end up not enjoying. Okay. The second channel I've actually tested out. I tested out some new concepts, but I know the second channel I treat it like work too. So I'm about to go ham on that one. So I'll be bringing you guys future updates of YouTube analytics and daily revenue updates that you can track along the way if you want. We're on day 16 now. I think it's day 16. And I'm just staying accountable to myself and also providing transparency, because I feel like this is something that I wish was available when I started, but I didn't, either it wasn't, or I didn't find it, or didn't find me based on the algorithm. And fortunately I made it here, but I guess it's just me helping someone else, helping someone I don't even know. What's the phrase from Final Reckoning? Did y'all see that one? So the final reckoning is that for those we hold close, and for those we'll never meet. Well, for those we hold close, my friends and family, and for those we'll never meet, you possibly, and who knows where this video goes in the algorithm in perpetuity. I was actually asked this question years ago in some form of business roundtable setting, and oddly, the question was, if you could relate yourself to a movie character, who would you relate yourself to? Who would you consider yourself to be? And I said, Ethan Hunt. Literally, without fail, I said Ethan Hunt. And they said, well, why? I said, because I just get the shit done. I just make it happen, and that's it. And so, ironically, I feel like that's where we are now. That's where we ended up. And I use this channel and my car channel as a vacation, a mental break, some form of relaxation outside of the machine that is the algorithm that eventually consumes and controls you, if that's how you want to make your money. If you want to make money through revenue, you need that. If you want to make money through sponsors, you're probably going to need the views for the sponsors to even consider you and give you the time of day and a worthwhile CPM based on the time that they're asking for an integration in your video. There's all sorts of components to this, and I've been down pretty much almost every single road of them. And I will say this, I will make this connection, this comparison, this metaphor, this analogy for you guys that will come up in a future video when I give you the full details. I'll show you a screenshot of some of the notes that I took today. I got to reorganize them because I was just like, they were just coming and I was just trying to get them out, typed out as fast as I could so I wouldn't forget anything. But now I got to put it all in order. And you could probably attest to this. If there's anyone you know or don't know, or maybe some figure out there that you could consider to be rich and wealthy, probably one of the most common would be Warren Buffett. The way they built their wealth and how they have so much money is boring as shit. There's a guy I came across on YouTube. He's got a boatload of money and he makes paper products. I used to make a lot of freaking money selling roofing supplies. It is not glamorous. No one gives a shit. It is not like, it is nothing to brag about, but it makes a lot of money. And you do that, if you're lucky, you do that to have the money to do the things you want. And therefore, my main channel and my second channel, I would say, are boring as hell. I don't want to brag about them. I don't want to talk about them, and I'm damn sure not going to tell you about them here because I don't want to confuse the algorithm. But I can say that because I have those, they allow me the opportunity to sit here on these channels like this and my car channel with no agenda and no ulterior motive of producing substantial amounts of revenue because I can afford to do it. That makes sense. Hopefully I'm saying this in a way that translates to you guys out there. And at the same time, we are now at 220 something subscribers. And so, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if today's Tuesday. I wouldn't be surprised if, who knows? I mean, we could have 300 tomorrow. And I've had instances where you pick up thousands overnight. I literally started a channel and it was based on Kensington Avenue and Figueroa Street and some of these other places. And it was like a lot of wild stuff going on over there. And I made the channel at like 10 o'clock at night. I went to sleep. I woke up next day with 10,000 subscribers. It was wild. It was crazy, but it was essentially the algorithm. It is a game. That is it. And I play the game to win. Okay. And so, you know, I'm not looking to go out and be recognized or noticed, even though I am from time to time, or to go out and tell people I have a YouTube channel, because I don't even care if people watch it, because I know the algorithm will make other people watch it. I don't care if people I know watch it. I just want hundreds of thousands of other people to watch it. If you have not or have trouble producing hundreds of dollars a day, thousands of dollars a day, hundreds of thousands of views on a video, then if you really want to make this work, you're going to have to figure out how to solve that problem. It's not hard. It will take some work, but once you do the work and you figure it out, then you can kind of ride that wave and, you know, ride that groove until it changes, and then you have to readjust at that point. I will say this, one of the other things that really bugs and irks the shit out of me and is a pet peeve is like these gurus, okay? And they plant this idea in people's head that they want to grow a channel. Okay, growing a channel typically means subscribers, okay? Subscribers do not put money in your pocket. Views put money in your pocket. Views attract sponsors. Views can potentially lead to conversions for sales and products. And the more views you have, the more money you will make, period. Yeah, sure, you could make money with low views, but you cannot argue the fact that the more views you get, the more money you'll make. That's it. So I just wanted to put that out there and, you know, let you know that unfortunately, the way that this game works and is played is that usually it's the boring business that makes the most money. It's the boring channel. It's the boring process that makes the most money. But if you do that right and you make the money, then guess what? You can afford to have the other channel that you just love and are passionate about and can go all in on, regardless of the outcome and the results, which at the same time would more than likely eventually get monetized, like we will probably see here as we are approaching a quarter of the way there from a standpoint of subscribers and watch time hours.